Hello, this is Michael Bohm, Youth Apologetics Training. We're going to continue the series on Did Christianity Copy the Mystery Religions? And today today and tomorrow, we're going to look at some issues from a bird's eye view of this situation and refute it, looking at all of the topics kind of lumped together. And then the following days, we're going to zoom in real close and we're going to look at each one of these mythical gods, these supposed dying and rising virgin birth gods, and we're going to look at them specifically, and we're going to analyze their actual stories, the beliefs surrounding them, and why there's no way in heckness that Christianity copied them. All right, let's get going. So, the Old Testament has many themes in it that predate the time of Christ, these themes that supposedly Christianity copied from these mystery religions. But there is a problem. What's the problem? Well, these mystery religions, for the most part, all of them came about right around or sometime after the time of Christ. And we'll look into each of those individually later on. But for now, I just want to point out that these Christian themes that were allegedly copied are in the Old Testament, and they are very old themes. Let's look at these one by one. I'll just go through them somewhat rapidly, but just keep this in mind because we supposedly copied those mythical religions. All right? So, Old Testament has the ascension of Jesus to the right hand of God. Has atonement by blood. That's one of the things that allegedly we copied. Baptism. It's got Jesus as the begotten Son. It has the crucifixion. It has damnation and salvation. The Old Testament has the concept of a eternal Son. Has God portrayed as the first and the last. How about God among His people? We have the incarnation of God. We have monotheism portrayed many places in the Old Testament. The only begotten Son. We have the priesthood of Jesus. We have the resurrection of Jesus Christ. We have the return of Christ. We have the sacrifice of the Son. We have salvation by grace, sin offerings made outside the camp, sin offering without defect. We have the Son of God, substitutionary atonement, the Trinity, the virgin birth, and the worship of Jesus. If anybody is curious, I did get all of these on a nice put together list off of carm.org. Once again, that was Matt Slick's website. And a very convenient list. If anybody wants to look it up, just go to carm.org. It's a fantastic website. Anyway, the point again is if we copied these from ancient mystery religions, why in the world are they in the Old Testament? The Old Testament, parts of it date all the way back to the 1400s BC, and then all the way forward to the time of Christ, 400 years before the time of Christ. And, somehow we managed to copy those mystery religions. All right, folks, I'm getting a little sarcastic. That's okay. Let's keep going. Now let's look at a few more problems that we have. In fact, I'll look at a couple more, then I'll save the rest for tomorrow. How about this one? One thing you'll notice, or you won't, in a lot of the writings concerning these mystery religions is a tactic that they use that's basically a composite fallacy. They take all these weird attributes that supposedly we plagiarized, and they lump it all together in somewhat of a fictitious one mystery religion. It's as if they take all these different pieces and parts of all these stories and then they quietly make it feel like it's all part of one mystery religion. There's only one mystery religion. And in doing that, it becomes somewhat of a cumulative case against Christianity, mainly that we plagiarize this one religion. I don't know if there's actually any sources out there that specifically say that it's one source, one mystery religion, but they all seem, well, many of them seem to insinuate that. They kind of allude to that. It's a little trick, and it's deceptive. Another issue, and this one's a big issue, also very deceptive, is that they borrow, possibly I would like to say they steal, Christian terminology, like salvation and virgin birth and damnation and all these terms that we use in Christianity, Christianese, if you will, and then they take these terms and apply them to these mystery religion stories. Now, why is that a problem? Because these mystery religion stories didn't use those Christian terms. These people arguing that Christianity plagiarized the mystery religions take our terms and then they tell their stories with our terms and then act surprised when they're like, whoa, look what we found. And now we have Christianity stealing from the mystery religions. That's a trick, guys, and that's very deceptive. And it's kind of typical. You know what? I'm going to stop right there. This is Michael Bohm, Youth Apologetics Training. Tomorrow we'll look a little bit more at the bird's eye view of all of these mystery religions, and then the following days we'll zoom in real close and analyze each of these false gods and the alleged story of us stealing their stories. All right. Come out to the website, Youth Apologetics Training, and say hi. I really would like to talk to you guys and get to know some of you. Thanks, and we will talk to you tomorrow.